All right, welcome to part 5. So in part 5, I'm going to show you a kata called Naihanchi Kata. And Naihanchi actually has 3 katas. Today I'm going to focus on Naihanchi Shodan, which is the first kata of the Naihanchi series. So Naihanchi Kata is, and I'm going to have it written here in the Japanese terminology so that you can understand what these kata means. And basically in Naihanchi, it is a linear kata where we're just going to go linearly. But don't be mistaken by this kata because it teaches a lot of the throwing techniques as well as the locking techniques. And I'm going, the first part of the video, I'm going to show the kata, which is the form, and I'm going to do it slow and fast so that you can follow along. And then the second part of the video, I'm going to show the applications where I'm going to have one of my students and I'm going to do the applications so that you can follow. And then when you practice your kata, you can understand what it means, okay? In Naihanchi Kata, the most important thing is don't do your stances in a horse stance, okay? Horse stance meaning both your legs are a little bit wider than your shoulder, and then your toes are pointing 45 degrees. In Naihanchi Kata, it's a little bit closer, slightly wider than your shoulder width, and then most importantly is your toes on both feet are parallel to each other, okay? So this is called the Naihanchi stances, all right? So this is very important in this kata because this kata is designed this way here so that you can stabilize your stances, all right? So the kata goes like this. From here, yoi, which is ready. You step over, cross, and then this one here, slide to the side. You see how it's parallel? And then you do a block like that with this hand chamber. Then you pull in, elbow. Make sure that the elbow is facing the front of the room, okay? Chamber this way here. We go low block here, and then square punch, okay? Then from here, we step right leg over. As we step over, we go chest block, okay? Then from here, we step this together here, and then we do double block. So left, up, right, down. And then here we step out, and this comes back fist, okay? We step this in, and we go outside block. We step this in, and we go inside block. And I'm gonna explain, what's the purpose of that step later on. And here, bring it together, and then we do double thrust. So this punch and this punch, we go double thrust like that. And then now it's just the symmetry of it. So we go out block, pull elbow, chamber, low block, square punch. Cross this over, block. Cross this over together, double block. Bring it out, back fist. Bring this wood chamber, outside, inside block, together, thrust, and yoi. Okay, very short kata, but there are a lot of the intricate moves in there as to how you stand to stabilize yourself, okay? So to get back in the kata, what does this mean here? This mean here when you do this and you do this? Well, in Okinawa, back in the days when the masters are training this style, basically it's a stomp. It's a stomp, okay? It's a stomp. So when they train on sand, they actually stomping on the sand as they train this. Or when they do this way here, they are sweeping up the sand to the opponent's eyes, okay? Sweeping to opponent's eyes. It's different when you train in a dojo atmosphere, right? Right now, my ground is, this is padding, so I can stomp a little bit and it's okay for my knees, right? But if you practice on a wooden hard deck, you can stomp as well, but it depends on the degree of hardness because the harder it is, just imagine you practice on cement and you stomp like that. Although you are getting the power and stuff like that, but I highly recommend it's not worth it because you are technically damaging your ankle as well as your knee, right? There's just too much impact. So as we evolve in our karate, we have to understand when to use it and when not to use it, meaning the stomping itself. Otherwise, from here, I'm just doing soft like that, right? Soft like that, because I already understand the application, but it's not worth it to stomp on something that's hard, right? The most importantly is you want to preserve your body so that you can continue to practice your karate. But if you are practicing on the beach, just go ahead and stop, okay? All right, so now I'm gonna do at a faster pace, okay? So you can watch me first and then you can follow along. So faster pace, yoi, ich, ni, ai, 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 ni, ai, ai, ai. Okay? All right, so I'm gonna slow down a little bit one more time so that you can follow along and appreciate the kata. So yoi, ichi, ni, out, chamber. Elbow. Chamber, low block, bam. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. From here. 1, bam, chamber, low block, square punch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And back. So here goes the second part of this video, and I'm going to show the applications for this kata Naihanchi Shodan, okay? So same as in my previous videos, what I do is when I show applications, I don't like to show individual moves because I believe that individual moves really doesn't make any sense and it's just too basic, right? So what you want to do is you put in multiple moves of the kata at the same time, because like I said, when you are in a situation where you're going to fight for real, you want to be continuous, right? And this is the reason why our style, even though it's Shorin Ryu, but under the umbrella of fighting, we are considered continuous fist, right? Because it's about continuing with that offense, right? The best defense is the continuing offense, okay? So the first part of the kata is from here, yoi. We go block, elbow, chamber, right? Block and square punch, okay? So instead of teaching just the block and like that, I'm gonna put 4 moves into one, all right? So with that, I'm gonna demonstrate for Daniel right here. Okay, so I'm going to do on my left side, okay? Left side, I can do on the right side. Like I said, this kata in itself is symmetrical, so whether I do on the left or right, it's the same concept, okay? So again, the kata goes this way here, so yoi this way here, out, and elbow, right? Low block, square punch, okay? So what it means is if the opponent is punching me here, so he's gonna punch me slow, he's gonna punch me to the face, I'm gonna block this way here, okay? In the hanchi, it's not this kind of block. In the hanchi, it's this kind of block, outside, all right? Outside meaning when I punch him here, I'm actually bringing his hand outside. Right? So it's inside block, but at the impact, it's just to deflect him to the outside. So when I come outside, it's because now I go into his body here and I grab his head and then elbow. Okay? So the kata hit this way. Okay? So go slow, block this way. See, as I block this way here, I have to worry about that hand too, right? Because that hand can punch me as well. That's why I want to go to the outside. And you see how my hand here is grabbing his hair and then bam. Okay, so that's 2 moves in one, but again, it's basic, isn't it? Because now we go block, elbow. So what's the next move of the kata? Is low block here, and then square punch. So now I don't want you to think of the moves being a block. I want you to keep in mind that every single move in here is an offensive move, okay? So we're gonna do this block. We only block one time, elbow. Then from here, we chop his neck. See how I chop his neck down? And then from here, the square punch is basically take him down as he's falling down, okay? So it goes like this, slow. So he punching, block, moving a little bit so the camera can see you, block, and I slide him, bam. See how I elbow him to his head already? From here, chop his neck. You see how his neck is down already? Now everything all open. So from here, punch in the face, bam, that way. Okay, so we go slow, we go 1, bam, 2, pa, like that, okay? So now it's a little bit faster, fighting speed, so we go this way, fight, shoot, all right, so the next part of the application for this kata, so after we go here, bam, is from here, yeah, we punch him down, is what? Block, okay? break, and back fist. All right, so how do we put these three moves together? Okay, so once again, block, double break, and back fist. So it goes like this, very slow. So as opponent punches your chest, okay? He punches your chest. You want to move to the outside of it. He's punching, move to outside. You see how I cross my leg? So he's coming outside, and then from here, see how I bring it together here? Bam, break underneath. See from here, you break his armpit, and then also his arm going down as well. So this whole entire arm is broken if you do it quick enough, okay? And then right from here, right when you get him to basically feel pain enough so he's standing on his toes, and this is when you swing his hand out here. You swing his hand out here, and in order to do this, bam, into the back of the head, okay? So we go slow. He's punching, one, bam, break, and then here, bam, back fist, just like the kata, okay? So now we medium pace, he's coming, and bam, back, boom, okay? So now, quicker pace, we go, so we just did 2 combinations already. And the Naihanchi Kata, basically you only have 3 applications, 3 combinations. That's what I call it, right? So again, the kata, block, elbow, we just did this. And then square punch, and we just did this, block, right, break, armpit, and then back fist, right? Now the next one is this, outside block, inside, and throw. And that ends the kata, okay? So it goes 1, 2, 3, okay? And how are we gonna put that into a combination for Naihanchi, okay? So this is how it goes. So again, I'm gonna do this side since he's over here. So it's basically out, in, double, okay? So basically, if he punches my face, I go block like that, right? If I see his punch coming to the face, I go block like that, right? Once I block like that here, you see how he's being trapped on this side? This is when I go in like this, bam, right? This is the kata, 1, 2, right? So 1 from here, bam, 2, right? Like right to his face, okay? And then from here, as he's jerking a little bit, then the next part of the kata is this, right? So from here, jerk a little bit, next part of the kata, I go in right here. The shorter hand is to a rib cage, long hand is the back of the neck, right? So this way, okay? So we go slow, 1, 2, 3, okay? So we go 1, 2, 3, okay? So medium pace, we go 1, boom, okay? Quicker pace, if we get into a fighting position, he's punching, okay? One more time, ho. All right. So there you have it. The kata, Naihanchi Shodan. You just learned the kata. Go back to the beginning of the video. Practice the kata in itself. Like I said, it's a very short kata. And we're going to have 2 more after this one, Naihanchi Nidan and then Naihanchi Sandan. And then I'm going to teach you the applications for those kata as well. So learn this kata. And as you are doing the kata, also remind yourself of the applications that we just did. So it makes you do your form differently, right? It's not just only throwing your arms and your legs. Now you're throwing them with a purpose, understanding what exactly that you are doing, okay? So in the meantime, if you like what you saw, please click like, subscribe, share this video, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.